Hi guys, welcome back to This African Perspective. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, so the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle is a lifestyle that, according to statistics, which might not be true, which might be more than that, 60% of Americans actually living paycheck to paycheck, and not just Americans, a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. When I tell you that the economy is really bad and it sucks in the majority of countries, like a lot of countries now in the world, yeah. So the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle is something that people are going through, and it is not something good to actually be in, because remember, when you're living paycheck to paycheck, that means, let's say, majority of the time you're working. That's why you're getting paycheck, right? So what if you actually let go? That means your life is definitely going to change, and it's scary because you could be one paycheck away from losing a lot of stuff in your life, from you actually going homeless. You could be one paycheck away from losing a lot. You're being in shambles. So that is why it is not actually a good position to be in. It is a reality of many people, as much as it is bad and not a good thing. But what are we gonna do about it? We just It's just what people, nobody wants to be in that situation. It's just a situation where you find yourself in. But we're going to be checking this video out and actually check out the rant on this situation. But before we get right into this video, make sure you click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. Liking this video is the task that I'm giving you. It really helps with the algorithm, and I really appreciate it. Okay, I know most times we really don't want to click the like button, but help me. Okay, let's get right into it.
10 years ago, if someone told me, predicted the future and told me then that I would be making what I'm making now salary wise, but I would be struggling and barely making it paycheck to paycheck and paying for food for 7 people, I would say, you're crazy. I can't even imagine making that kind of money. 7 mouths? That's a lot. And I know everyone is struggling, and trust me, we are too. Every time my car insurance gets renewed, it goes up in price. So every 6 months, it's increasing by quite a bit. I shop around and I can't even find a better rate. Every year, my taxes, my homeowner's insurance go up. My payment increased by $700 last year because of taxes and insurance increasing. That's $700 additional a month because the escrow that was paid out wasn't high enough the year prior. And I haven't even started paying on my student loans yet. That's another $1,000 a month. I know this is sad, but honestly, if I was eligible to file for Chapter 7, I totally would. Just to help alleviate some of the financial stress and burden, because you just feel like you can't get ahead. A few years ago, like what we were making, I could throw money, at credit card debt and things like that. Now with inflation and how much everything's costing, there is no extra money to put anywhere. Like, I don't get how people are surviving. We work very, very hard, and we can't get ahead. I know many can relate to that.
Paycheck to paycheck your whole life and being in debt your whole life should be considered poverty, but it's not.
The new American standard for being poor or living in poverty is no longer being on government assistance and welfare. It's living paycheck to paycheck or paycheck to credit card, accruing more and more debt. 65% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and I would even argue that it's more like 80 or close to 90% of us. They're very much aware that we are living in poverty, that we can barely afford groceries here. They're telling us stupid shit like eat cereal for dinner or even make meals out of chips. The new American dream is to leave the US US. And take it from somebody who's already left the US, life is so much cheaper abroad. My rent in Bali is less than $600 a month, and that comes with daily maid service. My bills per month while living in Bali were less than $1,000, you guys. $1,000 doesn't even cover rent in the US. And it's not just Bali. I've traveled all over the world, Thailand, Ecuador, Colombia, Mexico, and there are so many affordable places, much more affordable places than in the US. And don't even get me started on the quality of food and the cost of food while living abroad. The new American dream is to leave and to live a better quality life abroad. So if you're one of those Americans that wants to leave, hit that follow button for more information and motivation on how to do so.
I've been living paycheck to paycheck for the past 5 years, and today we're starting with negative $643.44, and let me show you exactly what I spent money on today. I'm on a trip for work and I didn't eat breakfast, so this chicken wrap and latte at the rest stop was $14.78, which is actually really expensive, but I gotta eat something. Next is gas, which we all know is super expensive. I paid $55.04 to fill up my tank, but unfortunately there's not much I can do to change that. Now today I was getting tons of footage of this job site for my company, and it was a lot of fun, but it's time to go home, snuggle up, and chill for the rest of the day. The turnpike cost me $18.75, leaving me with negative $732.01. See you guys tomorrow.
That's really fucked up for you to actually be making the most money, but you are actually struggling and in a survival mode with a lot of money. Because it's actually good on paper, but when it comes to the reality of you actually using that money, before you know it, it just flies away and just excessively jump into bills, and it's all gone. It's almost like it's a wind. You can't even capture a wind. So that is how our paycheck is. It just disappears. Some of these jobs really do not want to increase people's paycheck. They just want to keep living it the way it is. And at the same time, some companies will literally come and even call you all and tell you guys that, hey, you know what, like, we're making the most profit. Thank you so much, our great good workers, like employees. We appreciate you guys. We would love for you to actually keep up the speed. And they want you to do a lot. But at the end of the day, the whole them talking about their profits, that they've been getting the most in, that they are actually celebrating, it has nothing to do with you. When you hear that, you might be like, hey, okay, so can we get a raise? It's like, who? What makes you think a raise is you're supposed to get a raise? Like, please, just shut up. We're not talking about you. We're talking about the CEO and all of them, okay? Nobody's talking about you. So it's painful to actually see that most people actually work, but their job actually treats them like trash, and because of the way their paycheck just stays. And even with the rise of the cost of living, I really do wish that they could actually be increasing people's wages, because that would really help a lot. It's something that I think all of them, in most of all these corporations that people work in, it's something they can do, but they choose not to. And I feel like the amount of lack of care they have for people, I don't know when people are going to get tired of it, to just be treated like you're not even, like, all your voice and complaints we have, they don't care, neither do they listen. They just think, oh, the peasants are just speaking.
Mate, this shit is not fucking worth it. Like, to make, I make like $1,200 a week after tax. After my bills, after I pay my fucking mortgage, my car, fuel, all that shit, food, it gets me to next Tuesday where I'm ready for my next pay. So I don't even get ahead. I'm living week to week. I'm getting nowhere. I'm wasting my time, my younger age, and my freedom. I'm just doing burnouts, like. And then there's going to be those comments that say, oh, you know, he's not, another one not fit enough, another one couldn't hack it. Bro, it's not worth it. Like, a life that you work 5 days a week, 10 hours a day for 2 days off, sometimes 6 days a week, is simply not worth it. I don't know whose idea it was, but it's not worth it. Like, and if it is for you and you love it, good on you. Keep doing it. Respect, build those houses, build those cars. Good on you. We need those people. But for the other people that just kind of feel that they're just going in circles and it's worthless, send me a DM, man, because I'm in remote closing and appointment setting, and I'm at the point now where I'm matching my income from my side hustle, where now I have the ability to step away from my construction job. And this only took me 3 months. Like, I started October, started making money in November, December, and now I'm at the point where I can step away. Like, that's all it takes is like 3 solid, hard, grinding, learning, studying of the high income skill, and you can be able to have the choice of stepping away because you're making money from a different source. Plus, also, not to mention, it is super dangerous and risky to have only one source of income. If you have one source of income and that fails, you're fucked, bro. We saw that in COVID. We saw that when you lose your job, you don't know how to pay your mortgage, your food. You know, I don't know why they think it's such a good idea just to have one source of income. So if you're looking to get into high ticket sales, appointment setting, send me a DM and I will send you the free training and the step-by-step on how I did it, and I'll get the ball rolling for you. Thank you.
Am I the only one who feels like I will never stop living paycheck to paycheck? The economy we live in is trash. The jobs we work for are trash. They pay you the bare minimum, but want you to show up and give your 110%. How does that work? These houses, they want you to pay $1,000+ for rent, and they're 1980 houses. You gotta have a deposit, last month's rent, first month's rent. Like, why do I need to pay last month's rent? I don't understand that. Car insurance, car payments, they're rip-offs. Why am I paying $300 for car insurance? I don't understand. Health insurance, skyrocket. Food, skyrocket. Like, I just don't understand how I will ever be able to afford to wake up and go hop on a plane and enjoy my best life. I just don't understand. By the time my kids get to adulthood, they're gonna have to pay to open the door to walk out of their own house. I really, really, really rather be a cockroach crawling on the ground for free than have to live this life every day. Like, I can't be the only one who feels this way. Like, I need to know, y'all that get to wake up and take trips and go across country and do $100 shopping sprees at Target every single day, what are you doing? What's the secret to life? What is the secret recipe that you have that we don't have? Let us know.
I'm just gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it alone. If Don Lemon can lose his job, so can you. Statistically, 3 in 4 millennials, that's ages 27 to 42, I believe, are living paycheck to paycheck. Paycheck to paycheck means when you get paid, all your money is spent, and you struggle or figure it out until the next paycheck. How many of y'all are currently do that?
Poor people do not choose to be poor. Like, poverty is not something you can fix by, oh, just stop eating out. Use some coupons, save yourself some money. Like, do you realize people living paycheck to paycheck are likely not buying all the necessities they need? So even if they save money in one category, they're gonna have to spend it in another to buy the other necessities they were not able to afford before. People well off do not understand that there are people out there that literally have zero excess money, really negative amount of excess money. They can't just, oh, put aside $10 a week. They can't do that. Well, maybe they just need to find a side hustle. They are likely already working 2 or 3 jobs. They don't have time for a side hustle. If you grew up even slightly well off, do not tell poor people they are poor by choice. For example, did your parents buy you a car? Did you never really have to worry about paying for field trips? Did you never have to worry about being evicted? Have you never been homeless? Have you never had to wonder where your next meal was going to come from? If you've never had to worry about any of that, shut the fuck up.
I love the point he's giving, and I'm really happy that he mentioned this, because let's be for real, there are a lot of people, I'm sure many of you, some of you have actually experienced this, where whenever you complain and you're like, hey, like, I'm actually struggling financially and I'm not really at a place where I want to be in, they will tell you, hey, like, maybe you're the one who's doing something wrong. You just need to do something better, like with your budgeting. And let me tell you, I see a lot of videos on TikTok or on other platforms talking about how people can manage when you're actually struggling or making some certain money. You're the one who doesn't know how to manage your money properly. Don't get me wrong, there are definitely some people who actually waste a lot of money who do not know how to manage their finances in a better way. They're just reckless when it comes to money. And even me, sometimes, like, I'm not really like a budget type of person. Sometimes I mess up when it comes to budget. Sometimes I budget, sometimes I'm very cheap. It just depends on the situation. But yeah, so but still at the same time, there's still some people that are very deep. They don't make, like, they are not even doing anything big in their life. They are just not earning enough. Their life is just, they try to keep it on a normal simple way, but still it's a struggle. So whenever I hear people saying, oh, you need to just do better with the way you spend, even when they are complaining, just be like, oh, I just wish you would earn something better, like maybe more. Instead, they want to tell you how you should lower your standards as much, like the things you're actually spending your money on. It's like, do you think that the right thing the person is supposed to do is be homeless first before you say, yes, this person is living under their means? Like, yeah, you're living well now, because now you can save a lot of money because you ain't got no roof over your head and you're just laying outside. Because that is the point where some people are when you're advising them and telling them that they need to reduce how much they spend. I'm saying some people, I know some are spending more, but I'm just saying you don't have to say that to everybody, because some don't even do anything interesting for their life. They just go and work like work really hard, like they are some electronic or metal, and at the end of the day, they don't even do anything for themselves. I think I've seen a video where somewhere like, hey, they saved a lot of money for like 1 year, and then they quit actually working for a year. They took a break from jobs for 1 year and went on vacation and tried to live life a little bit. I think that is nice, but that's really hard to do, because how are you gonna save money for that's gonna be enough to carry you for a whole year? Especially, I'm just saying, for those people who actually live paycheck to paycheck. Except if you make a lot of money, that's the only way. And then you continuously put it in savings, and then you use it another year. That's if things do not become really expensive and the money you're putting in your savings account doesn't lose its value, because that really happens. Alright guys, thank you all for watching this video to the end. I really appreciate you guys. Please don't forget, like I said in the beginning, please help me click the like button. It really helps with the algorithm, and that's all I'm asking for you. And also leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I really appreciate that. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.